Welcome back. Thanks for watching. I know this isn't my normal political type video, but trust me, it's relevant. It's Christmas, the best time of the year, and if you're anything like me, then you still have people to shop for and you're thinking about New Year's resolutions. I have something that tackles both of those issues and you can support this channel. It's a gift for someone you love, a pet that you love, or perhaps just for yourself. It's called C60 EVO and it's something that I am legitimately grateful that I have discovered. This C60 EVO is crazy and has put me on this path towards better health, exercising every day, more energy, and better cognitive ability than I've had in the last few years. Now, I could talk for hours about what C60 has done to help change my life for the better, but I've actually got one of the people who's responsible for its existence here to answer questions about it. I'm telling you, you're gonna want to check this stuff out after you hear Patty talk about it. Plus, there's a special 10% off discount code that we'll talk about at the end. And I'm guessing people watching probably first off want to know just what it is, because I've been talking about it, but they don't know what it is exactly.
Well, C60 is a miracle molecule that won the Nobel Prize in 1996. And there was only one lab in America making it that we know of, and it was our lab since 1991. So there's a good chance that the three scientists that received the Nobel Prize in science, in chemistry actually, for the C60 molecule, most likely it came from our lab. And the reason it won the Nobel Prize was because it was the best molecule in almost every application tested. And they never thought about it for people and pets as a lab, a bunch of guy scientists working together. And so they were all happy, nanoscientists selling to research institutions around the world. And our lab is in Houston, Texas. So it wasn't until 2012 when the product was tested for toxicity to see if, God forbid, all these people that were curious about it, if people could start ingesting this molecule that was so excellent. And not only did the molecule prove to be non-toxic, but the test subjects, which were, I'm sorry to say, lab rats, lived 90% longer than the control group. And they died without any tumors, which to me is the most important thing, because with the way everything is around us, a lot of people are dealing with the big sea monster.
Yeah.
And if we have a molecule that's preventative, and again, I'm not making any medical claims because I would never do that. It must be a coincidence that a lot of big C clinics buy from us by the dozen daily protocol. And it was proven that these lab rats, which always had tumors in the past tests, lived 90% longer and they died with no tumors. So again, this one for sure, the product came from our lab, and it was this, our number one selling item, C60 EVO, organic extra virgin cold pressed olive oil. And this is what you take, right?
Right, exactly. Well, I take the actual olive oil. I started off taking the pills, and then I switched over to the olive oil. I like it better because I can put it in my coffee like I've been talking to now. And yeah, it just gives me insane, like I talked about before, but I was drinking lots of Monsters, and they are not good for you. They do not leave you feeling very good. And it's just because, yeah, they're bad, okay? And I get coffee with espresso, and I just need that extra. This stuff gives me like 4 times the boost of Monsters, or even like a coffee with espresso. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. I've been doing the olive oil. I like it.
Wait, the olive oil in coffee?
Yeah, exactly.
That's hardcore. I do the MCT.
I
do the MCT. Oh, wow. Olive oil and coffee, that's an intense flavor combo.
Yeah.
But you know what? I mean, why not? You'll be up for hours until you're done.
Right.
I figure
I have video editing to do after this, so yeah.
It makes everything easier. Not only does it give you energy and, a lot of endurance, but it also really gives mental focus. Are you finding your research is easier since taking the product?
100%, yeah. And like, yeah, we can talk about this, but it seems to be just sort of a snowball effect that's happened where I'm sleeping better. I have the motivation, energy to exercise and deal with my kids. And then once the evening comes, my brain doesn't feel completely shredded, right? I feel like, oh, I can still do this, and I can still deal, because the media, just watching the media, which is what I do, is hard enough on its own. But then you add the 4 kids and everything else to it, and it's immensely harder. But yes, I have noticed that it's undeniable that I have been much more able to work on my work at the end of the day, which is when I usually do it, than I was before I started it.
Awesome. Yeah, me too. And I start my day with it in my coffee also, but I've never done the olive in the coffee. That's like hardcore. But that's
Yeah.
dude drink, you know. For me, it's the
It
MCT
doesn't.
coconut oil,
Well,
and I pour a tablespoon in. And this is really smooth, tastes delicious with my organic whipping cream, honey, cinnamon, and butter. So I do a mega bullet coffee, and it is finished with the MCT coconut oil. And I find that since I started this, I have no afternoon lull at all. Like I don't get tired during the day. I never even think about it. And I go like a friggin' freight train. But you said you talked about how much research you do. Oh my God, it's like life dessert, isn't it? Watching the news now.
oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Lately, the Schadenfreude has been amazing. Yeah, I'm living off the tears right now.
Right? Salty tears.
Oh yeah, it's great. Oh yeah, and what's been best actually, just because it's been recent, is Trump winning that lawsuit, and the media suddenly, all they lectured about for the last 8 years was the importance of truth, and now the truth is bad because somehow it hurts the media's credibility, and they think that's bad. It'll somehow benefit Trump. Isn't that crazy? But yeah, just having to deal with that sort of gaslighting, it's hard.
Yeah,
But
the gaslighting could win an award like an Emmy alone for its
God, yes,
mondo stupidity. But what a mean thing to do to humanity. You
yes.
know, I mean, when we get to the other side of this, which I'm guessing in a year, most of the world is going to realize what you and I have known for years, what we've been gently trying to tell our neighbors, family, friends that all have thought, oh, you're crazy. You're not worth talking to anymore. You're out of your mind. And it's like, my pronouns are told you so, you know. Like if I have to ever have pronouns again, it'll be that. And again, though, there's something about this that keeps me very, it's odd to say, but graceful. I feel like I am a bulldog. I am a freight train. Always have been. I'm 5'1", you know, so I've got to like make a lot of use of this little system. But being on the Evo, I just feel like I'm peaking all the time with my brain.
Yeah, I noticed that as well. Especially if you just take a shot of that, like that olive oil, man, for the next 6, 7, 8 hours, yeah, you're feeling very good. And there's no, like, it's not like you afterwards you're like, oh, you don't feel hungover or anything from it. You know, I don't notice anything anyway.
I'll tell you something about the word hangover is it's followed by helper. This product, Hangover Helper Plus, I never recommend doing it at bedtime because it really gives you a lot of energy.
Oh yeah,
Like you said, for six
yeah,
hours,
don't.
easy. And I wear it out. I go all night, all day long. And then at 9:01, timber, I'm just ready, you know. And how cold? How cold? But I get up in the middle of the night and it's like, oh no, brain, go to sleep, you know, use the restroom, whatever. But then my brain's on fire and I try and get back to sleep. But I've got a little ritual that I just surrender after, I don't know, an hour of tossing, you know, and then I watch a little more news and drink my go to sleep tea and have a quiet, peaceful time where I got to be honest, I pray. I pray for America and the world because I think that the power of all of us on the inside is what's going to move this needle forward. And needless to say, people are still kind of cheating their own mind by saying, oh, the election was so close between what was her name and Trump. You know, I mean, it's going to be forgotten, but not the things that we just lived through. And the clarity of mind, I think, is going to be one of the most important things for 2025 because young young thinking is going to be very tested. People that watch TV are going to really hurt when they realize, oh my God, was I tricked? All those years I was so full of hate,
Yes.
you know, and here we are with this potential remedy that could help a lot of people get through. I'm sorry to say, the thing in the arm is making a lot of people leave the planet now. And all their friends and family, oh, the agony, the emotional pain. And it's like, I feel a lot, but I feel strangely balanced. I almost feel guilty. It's like, dang, you know,
Hmm.
life is really easy when your brain is charging.
Yeah.
And the Evo really helps.
Yeah, you mentioned laying in bed and just having all these thoughts, and that is true. That is very true. Like, and it's something that I noticed. That's how I used to be when I was younger. I'd get in bed and I just have all these thoughts and ideas, and I'm batting around. As I've gotten older, I've noticed that's kind of stopped. But since I've taken this, it's for sure. Yeah, I'm laying in bed. I'm having thoughts about videos and ideas and thoughts about what things are going on. And so, yeah, it's definitely, I've noticed that as well. It's kind of extending your ability to keep thinking, because normally I'm just like, I just want to go to bed, shut it off, done.
Right.
What other, are there any other benefits besides just
Oh,
and again, you
God.
say, like, yeah, go ahead.
Last night I was talking to a very famous woman who's in hiding now. Sorry to say, but she worked with Werner von Braun, who said that when we get to this point that we are in history, that probably the government will pull the last card. Have you heard of this?
Oh, yes.
The last card would be fake alien invasion.
Bluebeam, is that what you're talking about?
What?
Project Bluebeam? Yeah.
Project Bluebeam.
I've been into that since I was a kid. Real quick before you continue, I told you before, I've been into this stuff since I was a kid, and I always kind of felt that like that was like a fringe thing. But now, lately, I'm like, man, there is definitely something afoot. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's great. So you know the history, you know what it looks like. But they've advanced it so much that in Tokyo and in Japan and in China, they put on these massive dragon shows with 1,000 drones. And you can see them laid in a grid. You can see the intelligent people sitting there with everything wired up to their few computers on a table. And all of a sudden, it's like, woohoo, lift off. And they all go up. Okay, so needless to say, how many years has that been around? A long time.
A while, yeah.
In my opinion, as somebody who toured in ufology, I was the crappie girl with crop circles. I made a lot of movies. Won those awards there. Here we go. Those aliens
I watched
with
you
a
growing
movie.
up, which is wild that I'm now talking to you like several times. But yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. So you've seen my films.
Oh yeah, I used to be obsessed with UFOs from a young age until long, and I listened to Art Bell, and I'm pretty sure I listened to you on Art Bell and George Nori and all that
George
stuff.
Nori.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I did 8 coast to coast shows.
Oh yeah.
I was cooking, but I was cooking with the real ufologists in 2007 to 2016. And I watched the whole UFO field go from beyond exciting. I'm among amazing people, brushing shoulders, and they're loving my films. And all of a sudden, we're all like this UFO intelligence, group. And I just felt tremendous honor. But then the infiltrators came in 2015, 16, 17, destroyed the field. All the greats, I'm sorry to say, died in a short period of time. I got wounded real badly leaving a gig. I was dropped on the floor at an airport. I don't know what hit me. I'm guessing some kind of a directed EEW weapon. But I was, it was mind-boggling what I've went through for years.
Like Havana syndrome kind of a thing?
I don't know about Havana syndrome. All I know is I was threatened, and then I was on the floor at an airport wiggling like, oh God, what? My brain was totally functioning, but my body from the waist down couldn't move. So I went through it, and somebody gave me a sample of this from my partner's lab, C60 in olive oil. And at that time, I wasn't partners. We didn't upgrade the cleaning procedure to become ESS60 till 2019, when we created C60 EVO as the evolution of the C60 industry. And by doing that, we took it from being a lab that makes industrial grade C60 for ink, batteries, photocells, and tires, making it for humans and pets so clean. Now, my lab partners still send stuff to companies to make expensive tires and batteries, but not as a priority like it was. They realize now what it's doing for people and pets, which is historic. And it was because of our 2012 Paris Bhakti study that
Mhm.
proved a 90% life extension, and they used our product. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. And yes, everybody. It was C60 EVO organic olive oil that was used in this test. I don't know if it's plagiarism or if it's just lying, but a lot of companies are selling industrial grade C60 online and they're claiming 90% life extension, but it's not our stuff.
It's not
And
the
I don't mean to
ESS
say
60, right?
correct. It is really different than our industrial grade. And the only way these people online are buying industrial grade, because we won't sell it for humans, even if they pay the money, my partners just say, what are you doing with it? And if it's, we're going to mix it and sell it online, it's like, yeah, you got to buy the ESS 60.
Hmm.
And if they don't want the good stuff, the clean, guaranteed to be safe, then we don't sell it. So they've turned down business because we have to have integrity to be doing the best C60 on earth, which is ESS 60. And it stands for, okay, can I remember? Um,
I should know
I
this.
shouldn't do this. I haven't thought of it in a while. Elemental safe spheres, ESS, elemental safe spheres with 60 carbon atoms. So that's ESS 60. And safe spheres is because they've been cleaned to the point of immaculate carbon 60. So you're comparing kind of Saks to Kmart when you're doing ESS 60 to industrial grade. You don't even want to give it to your pets because most people love their pets. If
Right.
you're going to buy it, you want the good stuff, ESS 60. And our testimonials from people that give it to their pets would make you cry. We have two people last year that said, thank you for giving me another year with my dog. We thought we were going to have to put him down. We had to carry him up and down the stairs to go to the bathroom. Now he's bounding up the stairs, like both of them, just mind boggling improvement. And when people see that happen to their pets, they're like, well, dang, gonna get some for me. But a lot of people begin with me and then get it for their pets when they realize that they have more energy, more mental focus, more endurance. And another thing is people that work out a lot, people that ride bikes for long distance, if you hurt the next day, give this a try before you go. A teaspoon is average, a tablespoon is mondo fabulous. I'm only 5'1". I do a tablespoon because I absolutely love what it does. But I also had both my hips replaced
Yeah,
this year.
yeah, that's
And
wild. Wild story.
very few people could say, I had a hip replacement and 5 days later I was on the air.
Mm.
But I was. Because I called my partner, I'm like, you're not going to believe it, but my brain's back. I'm ready to go. From the chest up, I'm good. Just don't make me walk during the show or get up and dance because I'm not gonna.
Maybe somebody should. Maybe you should send some of that over to Nancy Pelosi. Didn't she just have a hip replacement?
Yeah, but I don't like her.
Yeah, yeah. She's not. She's not exactly likable, and she won't go away for some reason. But
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I wonder if that was her way to, shall we say, escape America. Like maybe she and Paul, like got away and they're saying, oh, everybody feels sorry. I don't know. I don't know. But I think that what they've done with insider trading is not a great thing to represent the American government. But when they open the curtain of the wizard and the wizardesses of Oz, um, wizard and the witches of Oz, I think we're going to be really seeing a lot of people collapse to their knees in social, mind numbed agony of how could I have missed this? How could I have not seen this? Those of us that are going to say, yeah, I'm going to take off my told you so t-shirt, um, and hold their hand and help them, get back up. Because there's going to be a lot of shock and awe for 2025. And I think it's going to begin with the biggest bang. I, I'm finally so excited. about the evolution. I mean, seriously, aren't you like blown away with this cabinet?
Oh yeah, it's wild what's happening. It's I just saw a video today of some left. I forget what her name is, but she's talking. She sounded like she was in a time capsule from 2014, talking about how their culture and their stuff was starting to catch on in this woke. It's like, no, we're heading the opposite direction from that. That's what this election. It's like they still haven't got it, especially the media. They're just not getting the message, but they're gonna. I mean, one way or another, they're just like everything's just gonna change around them.
Except that you're the media now.
Right, exactly.
You know,
Well, they tell us that.
it used to be, but they burned their bridge. And I think Americans and people around the world will remember. The level of lying has been unbelievable. The 51 major government people that signed that thing that Trump
Oh
lied,
yeah,
and they were lying. I mean,
yeah,
for Biden to do these 1,500 plus 39, these pardons, basically, now we're going to have to look at all 1,500 and 39 and who knows how many more, but we're going to have to see what they really did wrong, because he's probably pardoning people that are helping with the criminal behavior moving forward. He's like, okay, but it's not even Mr. Biden. It's not even him or his queen bee wife.
right.
It's, yeah, it's,
It's
I
some
call him Joe
other.
Obama.
Yeah, Joe
Yeah.
Biden.
And Joe Obama is even like hanging off a couple of strings, but they're all losing their power. And it's really wonderful to see the shift and the strength. And I will say that I am an official gang member because I sent 3 collection sets of C60 EVO oils to Bobby Kennedy Jr. So I've got my Maha hat
Yeah,
right from Bobby's storage.
that is super cool.
It is super cool.
I
My dear
it's
friend tours with him.
yeah, I didn't used to like RFK. It's funny because I kind of bought into a lot of stuff they were saying about him, but now in the last couple of years, I've gotten to know him a lot better, just from different, obviously from gatekeeper sources, and I've seen another side that I like a lot. I'm really looking forward to what he's gonna bring, and like you're saying, all this stuff about the pardons and everything else. Don't you? I just feel like we're being bombarded to the point where it's really hard to focus on one thing and research. Even though I'm feeling so much better from this stuff from C60, it's so hard to keep up with this. But I think that people out there probably feel very similar to us. Even if you're not a YouTuber and you're not doing this stuff, you still feel that bombardment constantly from the lies and the gaslighting and all that stuff. And I think with Christmas coming up and with New Year's, and if you're wanting to, if you're feeling bad, you're not, and this stuff is keeping you down, you should try this. It's not a huge investment or anything. Why not give it a shot for the new year? Try if you're wanting to get healthier and you need that extra motivation. For me, that's what I needed. The reason I'm not healthy was because of me and my decisions. Because look, I don't have the energy all the time to go out and work out, but a month after I start taking this stuff and I'm sleeping better, suddenly I have that energy. And I think that if you're looking to turn over that new leaf, you should check it out. And on top of that, I believe I don't have the code now. You got to go to the site, but if you go and check that out now, you do get 10% off. And I do believe there's even another discount, right? If you get a subscription.
There's all kinds of discounts. If you sign up for a monthly subscription, no obligation, you get 20% off every order every month. And you can cancel at any time by phone or email. We don't even ask questions if you want to cancel. 25% off if you buy a case. And if you want the easiest Christmas shopping ever, get a case of 4-ounce bottles of EVO. We even have 2-ounce bottles only by the case. And you can mix, all 3 flavors, but it's really nice because they all come in wrapped tissue, different colors. And when it arrives, it's a present for you or a present for anybody that you want us to send it to. But we've really expanded the line because we found that it works incredibly well on skin and on lips and on hair. So we have products for all those elements. And I think my favorite product of all is our C60 EVO Advanced Facial Serum. Is that what you're holding up?
Yep.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what a beautiful gift. It comes in this pull-out box, and it's kind of a nice presentation. Revive, replenish, rejuvenate. And it smells like rosemary oil. The nicest thing is it's all natural.
Yeah.
And when you look at your counter, guys, girls, everybody in between, look at the ingredients on your products. And I found myself sliding my hand across and putting this here because this is all natural, feels good. I'm never greasy, and I can put it on as many times during the day as I want. Um, and the reason we started making it was this formula, our number one stuff. Every time I'd finish my spoon, I'd wipe it off the spoon. I'd use it around, the lip of the bottle in case anything dripped, rub it on my face, and my skin got better. So we did that. And now we also do C60 EVO Rich Body Cream.
Oh,
And this is a really cool in the gift collection. We do collection sets. And this stuff, it's a big tub of it, and it's yummy. It smells like tangerine. So the reason we do apothecary thinking is that citrus makes people happy. You put this on in the morning, you put it on at night. It's like a ritual to treat your body to this rich lotion cream, but also the essence of it makes you feel joyful. And the reason we used rosemary oil is because it takes your dreams into a higher frequency. We were told by the aromatherapy expert that I did my formulas with. So there's body cream, there's face cream, there's 3 flavors of oil, and those are the olive oil, super strong, the avocado oil, almost as strong, and the MCT coconut oil, which is almost empty. Time for another one. I just pour this in my coffee, tablespoon, and then I usually spill a little bit. Oops. And it just keeps me going all day. I don't even think about being tired, which is really a gift at my age.
Yeah, I want to try those other
So
flavors, but I really like the strong stuff.
I think I sent you the sampler set,
Yeah.
which is a really cool gift. And the sampler set is all 3 flavors.
Oh, I
So-
didn't get all 3. I just got the one flavor. I'm pretty sure.
Did you just get it in the last few days?
No. I got it a while, like 2 months ago, probably. You sent me a bunch of stuff. I think those are the only 2 things I didn't get was the avocado and the MCT.
Well, this time I'm pretty sure I sent you the sampler, which is
Awesome.
what I sent Bobby Kennedy Jr. And the reason we do this is because when you try each different oil on a spoon, different days, few days in a row, you might say, oh God, I really like the frequency of the avocado oil. It makes me feel whatever. And use the bottle up and then do a month of this in your coffee. See how that goes. And you might find a real favorite. The olive oil, super strong, and we get it from a farm. The organic olive oil is the good stuff. Again, thank God my partners know how to shop. Bunch of guys in a lab, but they've been doing it 33 years. So they have the connection to the cleanest organic oils anywhere. And I've been a very strict partner with no chemicals, no emulsifiers. So then he calls me, Chris, my partner, after kind of fighting with the idea of doing skin formulas because they're a bunch of guys. He calls me a year later and he goes, well, I hope that doesn't make you mad, but we've been experimenting with this peptide called UTH29, and we came up with yet another skincare formula. So they have, we also carry this 2-part facial serum. This is the oil similar to the one in the bottle, but that has a lot more ingredients. And then this is peptide cream. And the reason 2 bottles is because we didn't want to use emulsifiers. So you mix it in the palm of your hand after you squirt a couple of each freshly, and then you put it on your face, and it is wonderful and strong with the peptides. The final product, only because I'm on a roll, is the 2-part hair serum. And it's for people that got the thing in the arm or got the flu thing and lost a bunch of hair, or just people with thinning hair. A lot of people say that. This is the 2-part hair serum, and it's pretty damn cool. It works.
Man,
Took me 3 weeks.
I got good hair,
Oh,
but I'm
really?
44, my hair's fine, really. It's thick and good. It's not falling out, but I want to keep it that way.
right? Well, the thing about the olive oil, taking it daily, is it helps everything.
Mhm.
Like from the inside out is the most important way to heal yourself is starting inside. And the olive oil, I'm quite certain it's been used in all the peer-reviewed tests, and most of them used it out of our lab because the other choice that the online companies are doing is, I'm sorry to say, Wuhan, China. That's right. It's us in America or Wuhan, China.
All right.
I think there's a lab maybe still in business in Russia, but we're the ones here. And I think for people and pets who want to get the good stuff, the safe ESS60 made in America. And all of our things come with this fold out, tells you how to use it and all the other products. And if you read the testimonials, today I went on Google just to see, and oh my God, it was so nice. But people are blown away by the
Yeah,
products because they work. If you
for
get
sure.
something where first day or two, you're like, damn, I feel that, or wow, my skin is really better, which I hear a lot. Rockin'.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
he's
great.
back, my celebration. Oh God. Oh
That
my
was
God, I
great.
haven't had this. Oh, it hasn't worked in a while.
Oh man, that's awesome. That was perfect.
Oh God. Oh, isn't this weird?
That's
Internet.
that's great. And yeah, like I have my own testimonial. Anybody watching this channel, you guys watch me every day. I'm telling you, a couple weeks after I started taking this, it was like a snowball. I was sleeping better. I started having more energy. I started working out daily. Now my cognitive functions are better, and things are just getting better in general. And I feel like it's not, you have nothing to lose by giving it a shot. You might as well give it a shot and try it, because I I'm amazed that I never expected that I would actually get something out of this and be this excited about it. You know what I mean? It's pretty crazy. So, and hey, it's the time of the year to do it, and you can get 30% off. So why not? All you got to do is go to c60evo.com/Dronetek, and you'll get the code there. One other thing I wanted to mention, I keep forgetting to mention it. I know a lot of people take vitamin C. This is just kind of one other thing. This stuff is better as far as being an antioxidant than vitamin C, correct?
It's actually peer reviewed to be 125 times more
Yeah.
powerful than vitamin C as an antioxidant. And we can't talk about inflam. We're not allowed to use that word, or heal, not allowed to use that word. So I didn't. um, but I will say that when I went for my hip, um, when I went to meet the surgeons, they just looked at me and they were like, "You've been walking on these hips for how long?" And I
Yeah.
said, 2 years, bone on bone. And they said, "It's just not possible that you could have done it without major drugs. What are you taking?" And I said, "Nothing." And they said, "Well, you're clearly sober." And I said, "Thank you. So are you." And, they were like really questioning. And I said, "Well, if I can be so honest, which I am, I take a product that my company sells, which is C60 EVO olive oil. And it's like a mega lubricant. It's a
On your
Mondo
joints.
lubricant." Yeah, and I got years bone on bone because I was lubricating so well. Plus my mind was so damn strong that, I was fine sitting and researching more than trying to walk and, run and climb up a hill. I just kind of took it easy and really focused on creating this company and these products. So I'm super proud to be partners with the only lab in the world making ESS60. And the supplements that you mentioned, I have still on my counter 2 shoe boxes full of supplements that are what, $35 to $85 each bottle.
Hmm.
And I would, run my pendulum over all 12 bottles and find the 8 that I need this week and load them in my Monday, Tuesday. That stuff's over. Once I really got regular with the Evo in my coffee and a spoonful before half the shows I do if they're earlier, um, I don't need anything else. And I'm healing from hip surgeries.
Mm.
So when I went for kinesiology, I said, what of all these products should I be using on my scars to heal? Because I've got mega scars
Hmm.
from hip replacements. And they ran the kinesiology energy over vitamin E, pure vitamin E, castor oil, all these different oils. and then Evo. And it was Evo. Put this on your scars. It wasn't even the face formula, it was the pure olive oil, which, needless to say, olive oil is a miracle food. And my scars are fabulous. My dermatologist was like, I see scars morning, noon, and night, 5 days a week. That's amazing. Like, your
Jeez,
scars
yeah.
are already skin tone, you know. And she's like, how'd you do it? And of course, in my purse, I've got a bottle that I'd love to give you. And she's like, I can't. I feel sorry for doctors. I feel sorry for veterinarians, because they could make their lives and us have such an easier time getting over things if they just suggest this miracle molecule. It won the Nobel Prize for a reason, and they didn't even know it was for people and pets. When we get into the next year with Bobby Kennedy Jr., getting rid of fluoride in the water, hopefully getting rid of chemtrails in the sky and all the crap in the foods, I do believe that he's received 3 packets. Wouldn't it be nice if we got a little Evo in the water systems instead of
Oh, man.
fluoride?
Jeez.
Oh man, that would be so
That'd
good.
be wild.
You know, yeah. On the other hand, until we get there, it's not that expensive to get a 4-ounce bottle. Go to c60evo.com/Dronetek and sign up for a monthly subscription. Even if you think it's the only time you're going to want it, that's fine. Cancel in 3 days. Let the order go in the system.
Yeah.
Ship it to you for 20% off. And the reason that we offer the discount is because most people don't quit. It's also nice to get a discount. But we figured out 53% of our income is resubscribes, which to me is a testimonial. People don't quit because it works. And in the short run, you save a lot of money by not buying those 12 different supplements. And you can just buy a bottle of this and maybe 1 or 2 that you need for something specific. But I can't recommend it enough. This got me through both of my surgeries in the last year with racing colors.
Yeah, I mean, it's made in America. You can support this channel. You can support yourself, your pets. And, this got me through the 2024 election. So I suggest everybody give it a shot. You have nothing to lose. Might as well try it. And like she said, my guess is that after you try it, you're going to like it. I'm so surprised at what I've benefited from it, what I believe I've benefited from. And so I would love you to check it out. So go to c60evo.com/Dronetek, and I get 10% off from me and another 20% off from Patty. So Patty, thank you so much for hanging out with us and talking to us about this. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate your support for this channel. And I hope we see you again.
Right. Gonna light it up just one more time.
Yes, that's great. I love that.
Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Yeah, you too, Patty. Thank you.